What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, thank you for coming back and watching the next vlog. This morning, I'm all dressed up. I'm making breakfast right now. I am on my second breakfast. I had my first breakfast this morning. I had an omelet. So I had a chicken omelet, onions, peppers, egg whites. That was it. Now I'm gonna make some banana waffles, some oatmeal banana waffles. So that's what I'm doing right now. So let's go ahead and do that so I can eat and get out of here. We are going to a bodybuilding show today. This will be my first bodybuilding show that I'm going to attend in person. So I really just wanted to go just to see, just to watch, just to get a vibe, because I'm going to be doing this in the next few months myself, doing a competition. So I just wanted to go connect, just see, get the vibe, you know, the energy. I've only watched shows like the bodybuilding shows and contests online, so I just wanted to, it's in my city, let me just go, you know, get the vibes. So yeah, but let me go ahead and do my waffle and we'll be right back. Alright, so while my waffles cooking, let me just give y'all a little update and everything. So I had check-ins on Wednesday, today's Saturday, so a few days ago. And now I am weighing in at 136.2 pounds. My calories, they got dropped to 1510 calories. And I'm doing 30 minutes on the Stairmaster 5 days a week after all of my lifts, and we have a ways to go. So I did speak to coach. She said that we're going to be aiming around November, December for competition. So, and it's only still July, so we have some months to go. So y'all, we're gonna be getting real lean. Gotta practice my posing. I really gotta practice my posing and go on top of that. And yeah, that's like a quick little update. I'll probably sit down and do a full update later. I'm gonna film some workouts for you guys coming up soon. And yeah, I'm gonna carry you guys with me to the show today. It's just a bodybuilding show out here in Texas, and I'm gonna do that on my phone instead of my camera. That way I'm not lugging around a whole bunch of stuff. So because I'm going to be bringing meal prep with me to the show so I can eat, make sure, you know, because I can't eat out, you know, guys. So I'm going to be bringing my own food. I'll bring my scale just in case too, bring some water bottles, make sure I'm all prepared on that part, and then I'll just do everything, all the vlogging and stuff on my phone. And yeah, so yeah, I'm super excited, and yeah, your girl's looking good.
please. Face the back.
Going to be doing a full day of eating. So I'm actually going to take you guys in with me to the grocery store, and we are going to meal prep when I get back home, and then I will show you guys how I prep my meals for the day and go through my calories and macros and everything. Yesterday I went grocery shopping. I was gonna meal prep yesterday, but I was so tired. So I'm gonna be meal prepping now. I just got off work. So I'm actually just gonna meal prep everything that I got from the store now. That way I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week. Also, that also allows me to just kind of mix and match my meals, what I want to eat, and I'm not just eating the same things back to back either. But what I got at the store was kind of just like my basics, my go-tos for when I meal prep, and that's going to be chicken, steak, salmon, potatoes, rice, and vegetables, and then lots of fruit. So that's just what I'm mainly eating right now. Like I said in my last vlog, on my off days, that's when I get creative, start coming up with different recipes and ideas and stuff. I'll just show you guys kind of how I meal prep, and then I will pack my lunches for tomorrow. So I've been getting in a habit of just prepping my meals for an entire day, so that way I can just grab and go and I don't really have to think about anything. So I will pack my breakfast, get that prepared, pack my lunch, my dinner, and then my second dinner, you know, my 4 meals that I'm doing. Some days I do 5 meals, but it just depends on my schedule. Tomorrow we're just gonna do 4 meals, and I'll just show you guys how I do that, how I track it into Myfitnesspal, And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start cooking and prepping. If you guys have any specific questions, then just drop them down in the comments below and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Oh, and I did get a variety of teas from the store too. I'm actually drinking some tea right now. I got some green tea going right now. I've been really hungry lately, so drinking tea, specifically green tea, there's research that it helps suppress your appetite and kind of just helps control your hunger. So I'm seeing if it works or not. And then I got a whole bunch of other different teas in there. I got like a chamomile tea, you know, it's supposed to help with sleep, so we're gonna try that out. And yeah, I'm just taking everything day by day, just taking it one day at a time. I am on 10 calories right now, and I just feel like I'm just getting hungrier and hungrier, and I'm just like craving all the stuff, all the snacks and stuff. So I'm just trying to figure out ways, like what can I do to help me out, you know? So like I said, drinking tea helps. It's essentially 0 calories, and I don't put anything in it except for some stevia, and that's 0 calories as well. So this is basically, you know, a 0 calorie drink. In addition to, you know, of course I still drink my 1 gallon of water a day, and then I do have 1 cup of coffee in the mornings. So we're gonna see how this goes. And yeah, we got a ways to go till we hit the stage, so it's like I'm just trying to figure out like what can I do, because I'm trying to make sure I stay in compliance and stay on track with all my stuff. So gotta do what you gotta do and find ways around certain things and hurdles and obstacles. So that's what we're doing. But let me get on cooking, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. And then now I just want to show you guys how I do my macros. So I'm at 1510 calories. So it's going to be 170 carbs, 30 grams of fat, and 140 grams of protein. So I'll either calculate it down whether I want to do 4 meals for the day or 5 meals for the day. So I will probably do 5 meals for tomorrow. That way I can have like a little dessert at the end of the day. So I usually just do 4 meals, but I might squeeze in a little extra dessert or something. So when I break everything down, I'll put everything on the screen for y'all. When I break everything down, so with my carbs, it's 170 grams of carbs. Between 5 meals, it's going to be 34 grams of carbs per meal. I have 30 grams of fat broken down into 5 meals. It's going to be 6 grams of fat per meal. And then protein, 140 grams of protein broken down into 5 meals. it will be 28 grams of protein per meal. Now, everything each day won't be exact, or at least I won't track it to be exact for each meal. So each meal will have 34 grams of carbs, 6 grams of fat, and 28 grams of protein. But each meal may not be exactly like that. But at the end of the day, you need to make sure that I need to make sure that I'm at 1510 calories. Some days it might be over, just depending on what you include in your diet, because it's kind of like playing Tetris. It's kind of like playing Tetris, where you're gonna kind of like figure out what goes here and what goes there to make sure that, you know, you're not going overboard with your calories. So I will screen record this so you guys can see my screen, how I input everything. So I usually do put everything in. So I usually input everything first before I actually prep it. That way I'm not like guessing on myself. Sometimes I won't include like my last meal, just so I can kind of have some playroom with that on what I feel like eating right before bed. But so tomorrow for breakfast, I do want a steak omelet, so I'm gonna go ahead and input that. A lot of things are already in my history, so I don't have to really just type everything in already. So the steak that I have is top sirloin. So we're gonna go here. I already know 96 grams is too much, so I'm gonna drop this down to maybe 40 grams, and we'll see where that puts us. That puts us at 10.8 grams of protein, and then steak is actually a little bit fatty. This is top sirloin, so it's still pretty lean, but it still, you know, contains some fat. So it's 5.7 grams of fat. So next I'm gonna add my egg whites, 165 grams. That's usually the amount that I'm eating every day, so I usually keep that the same. So that now puts me at 28 grams of fat. And then I will have onions, and I'll have bell peppers. And then that's gonna be my omelet. So for my omelet, I just do the egg whites, I add in onions and bell peppers, and then the steak. So that's my omelet right there. Pretty much hitting my mark for 28 grams. It's right over 1 gram, which that isn't a problem. So now I'm gonna add in my carbs. So lately I've been doing overnight oats. So I'm gonna do my oatmeal and then add my oat milk, because I use the oat milk for my overnight oats. And then that is putting me at 42 grams. That's a little bit over, so I'm gonna drop the oatmeal down to 40 grams. So that gets me at 38, so that's a little bit better. So this is gonna be my breakfast, 387 calories. So 38.7 grams of carbs, 9.6 grams of fat, and 34.8 grams of protein. So this is my breakfast. So ideally you want to keep the proportions kind of about the same for the rest of my meals. Lunch, I usually keep it pretty simple. I think I'm going to do some chicken. And I will do some green beans, and I'll do some rice. So chicken breast, I usually do keep it around 100 grams, and that usually keeps me at the 35 grams mark. Green beans, 100 grams, rice, 100 grams. So that's 35 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fat, 35 grams of protein. So that's gonna be my lunch. And then when I get off work, I'll have my dinner. So I will have some salmon. I have sweet potatoes in the fridge. And then I'm going to do, I'll have some Brussels sprouts. So I'm gonna raise the salmon up to 150. Sweet potato can come up to about 150 grams. And then Brussels sprouts can come up to 100. So that's putting me at 34 grams of carbs, 8 grams of fat, and then 33 grams of protein. So that's gonna be my meal for when I get off work. And then usually I'll hit the gym after, so that's gonna fuel me for my gym workout. And then the snack, it's not really a snack, it's gonna be actually my dinner. And then that's gonna be what's gonna fuel me for after my workouts. So here, let's see what y'all want. So usually about dinner time, it's like, what do I really want to eat? So I usually do keep this part open, and then I know like I have this much left to work with at the end of the day. And I can kind of play around with it because I can do I have room to do 35 grams of carbs. So that's, you know, my vegetables and rice and potatoes. And then I'll still have about 30 grams of carbs for maybe like a dessert. So maybe if I want like a little fruit bowl, I can make that, or I can do a fruit smoothie, or I can do, maybe get a few oats, blend them up. I can make like a little tiny dessert for the night. So I'll usually like blend up some oats and add something in there, maybe like some bananas or some cacao powder, and then you can just bake it or however you want to prepare it. And then, you know, it can be like a little cake or a little brownie or a little muffin or just anything, you know. So that's what I'll usually do, but just for the sake of the video, I will just add something. So let's do some chicken breast. I got some asparagus. And then I have some potatoes. So let's see, raising up the asparagus to 100. Potato will keep, maybe, let's see what 100 grams does. Alright, so this will be my last meal. And then you see I have a little bit left over. So 37 grams of carbs. So say if I just want some fruit, I could do some watermelon. That doesn't really take up a lot. I can do some pineapple. And that puts me at exactly like 0 carbs left. And then protein is over, so I'll just go down on the chicken breast. I'll just go down a gram until that -1 hits the mark. I'm actually gonna go down to 95. So that makes it 0. And then we have 4 grams of fat left. So here I'll just kind of go in and put in oil. So when I cook, I cook with some grapeseed oil. So I'll go in and just add that. And that's gonna be the rest of my fat. So the grapeseed oil, and then I have 9 calories left over. So if I'm over like that, then I'll just finish that off with some fruit or some vegetables, just because they are very low in calories, and say if I add in more potato or something else, it's gonna make everything else just kind of jump real crazy. So let's add in some more asparagus. Okay, we're going down a little bit, some more. See what that is. And then you can see it's carbs, but I'd rather be like a minimum negative carb than to not be eating all my calories. So let's see. Okay, so it's at 0 calories, and then I'm gonna drop some more protein just to get that down. And then I have 2 calories. Just add in a little bit more pineapple there. Take one away. Okay, so the goal is just to make sure you get all your goals at the top as close to 0 as possible. So this will be everything that I eat for today. So for breakfast, I got a steak omelet and my overnight oats. And then for lunch, I have chicken, rice, and green beans. Dinner, I have salmon, sweet potato, and Brussels sprouts. And then for dinner, I have, well, this will be considered dinner for me. Yeah. Breakfast, lunch, second lunch, dinner, and then my actual dinner. So my actual dinner is going to be chicken breast, potato, and asparagus. And then I'll have a little fruit bowl for dessert, and that'll be watermelon and pineapple. So this is just like an example. I might actually, I'll go ahead and just have this tomorrow. So this is what I'm gonna have tomorrow. I might still play around with the fruit tomorrow. I might have some, or I have some frozen fruit in the freezer. I might just make a smoothie instead. So either or. So this is what I'm usually eating. And this is, let's see, this is about 5 meals. So 4 meals and then like a little dessert, the fruit bowl. So this is how I track my meals every day. I don't like to make the actual preps until the night before, just because I might, like I said, I might want to switch up what I eat on the day-to-day. And then if it's days that I'm off, then I don't necessarily prep, simply because I might have bigger meals since I'm not like doing a lot of working and stuff, or I might have even smaller meals, or I might get creative and just like make something completely different that I don't have already. So that's how I track my macros. I'm at 15 calories a day right now. Some days I will add in maybe other little tiny snacks, like just 1 apple here or a little snack there, simply because if I have longer days at work, I have to kind of stretch my meals just so I'm fueled for the entire shift. So some days I'll have my breakfast, but you see I have the omelet and then I have oatmeal. So I might space out eating the omelet and the oatmeal like an hour or 2 apart. And then I'll have lunch, and then sometimes I'll bring an apple. So an apple is on here, and then I'll space eating lunch and the apple apart about an hour or 2. That way I'm constantly getting fueled so I can work. Because I've noticed lately, since I'm on few calories, like every 3 to 4 hours, around the 3-hour mark, after eating, that's when all my energy starts to get drained. So that's where the other extra snack comes in. Okay, this apple is gonna fuel me just for at least this last hour of my shift, and it'll get me through until I get home and can actually eat a full meal. So that's what I usually do. Maybe in a separate video I can actually break down macros, like how to find your macros, like for yourself, for your own goals, or maybe a more in-depth thing about Myfitnesspal. Just drop it in the comments, whatever you guys think, whatever you guys need help with. I will try and help you guys the best I can. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. I enjoy making these, so yeah. And then just for all my meals, I usually just prep everything all at once, so I will just have all the containers on my scale and just weigh everything to the grams that I have. So like for my omelet, I'm gonna weigh the egg whites in the morning when I actually cook, but like I'll prep tonight the sirloin, the onion, bell peppers, and then my overnight oats. I'll go ahead and prep that. So I will weigh the 40 grams of the steak, the 30 grams of onion, 30 grams of bell pepper. That way in the morning, because sometimes in a rush I can just grab, cook it up real quick and go, you know. So, and then all my other stuff will just pre-prep, but I just weigh everything on the scale, and then yeah, that's how you do that.